Hey, how's it going? I'm Zero.
DK.
And I'm Rizzo, and today on Anime Reaction, we watched the 12th episode of Kobayashi-san Chi no Maid Dragon. If you want to check out our reaction to the 12th episode of Kobayashi-san Chi no Maid Dragon, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga, and don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching.
So, on this episode, we get backstory.
And we get hungry.
Backstory galore.
And hungry.
And hungry. Go on.
So the first part was about Toru making omu rice.
Her style.
Her style.
Well, the freshest ingredients from
we get the whole bit with her, going about her daily tasks and cleaning. She has a visit from Quetzalcoatl. And then she tries to make some tests omu rice, but it turns out too normal for her.
She wants to make it really good.
Yeah, with Quetzalcoatl's suggestion, she decides to go out and buy the best ingredients. However, she soon finds out that the best ingredients do not fit her budget.
So she goes to the other world and gets the best ingredients from there.
Yeah, and then she ends up making an omu rice that would stand about that tall over our table and as big as the table.
Goals. Omu
Fat.
rice goals.
Fat.
Goals.
Fat.
Goals.
You fat ass.
Hey. I didn't say I'd eat it all in one sitting.
I believe you. Yeah, we believe you. No, that would be a food challenge.
That would be a food
I
challenge.
never made a restaurant.
If TK eats the whole thing...
But yeah, then we get Kobayashi tired on the train home, remembering how she originally met Toru.
Exactly how she met Toru.
Yeah.
Back in episode 1, we got a very rushed version.
Yeah, now we get the whole thing.
The whole thing.
So she was at work one day and must have been on the death march. And that asshole boss who got fired earlier in the season kept pushing everything onto her. And so after work, she went drinking by herself. Looked like she went drinking and eating ramen. That's the kind of shop it looked like.
Drinking ramen, probably some pub hopping.
Yeah,
sure,
probably. And then she got on the train home, but she got on the express line, which did not stop at her stop. So we get a pretty funny scene of her completely wasted on the train. That's my stop.
Express.
Huh, I wonder where I'm going now.
Oh, the mountain's nice.
There. Appropriately drinking a sake called Dragon Slayer.
I was just about to say, and I love that she was caressing a big bottle of Dragon Slayer sake.
Sake goals.
But yeah, she ran across Toru. Toru had the biggest sword in her back.
That sword could probably cut our apartment building in half.
And Kobayashi basically ignored Toru's threats, climbed up on Toru's back, and lifted
A gigantic
a
holy
20-foot long sword.
A god's sword. A god's sword.
Yeah.
Literally, that's what it's called. It's
Like she was fighting with the gods when she got stabbed by this thing. And, well, as she put it, if a human touches a sword, then their mind would be torn. However, Kobayashi found a loophole because she didn't believe in that god. So
faith.
Faith really determines that.
God, Shmod.
Without faith, they don't exist. And without faith, they are nothing. It's just like the
If God
Hitchhiker's Guide all
exists-
over again.
If God exists, he needs to go to my job and
She beat free market principles into that bastard.
right.
See,
Yeah.
Tanya, this is how it's done.
Yeah. Then Kobayashi offers Toru a drink, and they drink together.
Well, yeah, little Toru has to go into her human form to do it.
Which,
Whew,
I want a figurine of that.
right. Holy shit.
And screw the
the
maid
maid.
outfit.
Yeah, that might be the only time I actually like how Toru looks in the series, because I don't like your normal form, I guess.
The maid outfit.
Yeah, maid outfit, ponytails. Doesn't really do it for me. But
Yeah, I'm not the hottest on the Twin Tails. I think that this is the only character now from Charlotte is the only real Twin Tails that I really enjoy.
I like Twin Tails. It's just I don't know.
Probably their
I'm just saying,
association with ditzy blonde characters, it gets a little old hat, I think.
It really just depends on the character.
I'm just saying.
I also
personal
don't
taste-
really like Toru that much,
No, that's true.
to be completely honest. But
Well, compared to the other characters in the show, like Kobayashi, no, I'm sure.
but yeah, so they end up drinking together, which is a very funny scene.
Oh, hilarious.
Especially when Toru drinks and then burps out flames. Then they both bust out laughing.
Oh, that was hilarious.
But yeah, then it gets around to the part that we actually did see in the first episode where Drunken Kobayashi says, "Oh, you don't have anywhere to stay? Why don't you just stay with me? Come back to my place."
The rest, as they say, makes for a funny anime series.
Yeah. Oh, and we also get Kobayashi planting the maid idea in Toru's head and going fully overboard with her maid fetish.
Actually,
Which- Go ahead.
go ahead. I think we were about to say the same thing.
Yep.
I think instead of planting, she more watered the seeds, because that seed was planted in Toru a little earlier on in the story.
Way earlier, apparently.
In the other world. With a poor
Yeah,
little
but she
bandit.
wouldn't have thought of it if Kobayashi didn't suggest it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that other story we get is when they're sitting around the Kotatsu and Kobayashi asked if there's a human that, Toru was close to in her own world, and she recalls this girl that she met in some ruins. The girl was a bandit who was running from the law.
And also,
Yeah.
I gotta say, yeah, totally confirmed, Toru is a sucker for redheads. Nice job.
And basically the girl kind of acted like Kobayashi did around her.
Yeah, it's no fear of dragon whatsoever. Just.
But she was a little bit more childish about it.
Well, obviously,
Well, yeah, being a child.
and she's still more stuck than Kobayashi.
Poor Kobayashi.
Damn.
Hey, let me feel your boobs.
It's just us girls drinking. Girl?
Oh. Ouch.
Poor Kobayashi.
So
Don't listen to them. You're adorable. But yeah, and then of course we get the little bits with the other dragons.
we get Loka.
We get Quetzalcoatl and
It's called Shota.
Shota,
Appropriate
and they're
name.
doing the I can't remember
What's it called? Sansa,
the
I think?
Setsuban.
Oh, Setsuban. Or
Yeah,
some sort of like festival where you.
I think it's Setsuban, where basically one person dresses up as the Oni,
Yeah.
and everybody else pelts them with
Beans, I think.
Yeah, with dried beans, dried
Basically
soybeans, I believe.
To drive out misfortune, evil spirits, and all that.
Yeah, and he drives her out, and then like he, goes back to whatever he was doing, and he thinks about it. And then he gets upset that she's gone.
Because he still thinks she's a demon,
Yeah,
and that he just drove her out for good.
yeah.
Oh, it's adorable.
And then of course he acts all Sundaro when she's standing right outside the door.
Tee.
And we get a little bit with Fafnir,
Fafnir and Tatsuya.
Tatsuya,
Fafnir actually being thoughtful, I guess. Basically, he's sitting at home playing video games, and it starts raining, so he brings Tatsuya's laundry in and sets out a towel for Tatsuya because he knows that Tatsuya didn't take an umbrella to work.
and greets him with, "All right, man, come on in.
Yeah,
Need your help.
Better sit down. We gotta
Time to grind.
It's a guerrilla event.
Yeah,
The fuck is
and
guerrilla event.
Maybe one that wasn't promoted.
Well, basically,
Came up
like
social.
basically like a flash social event or something like that. And then we get a little tiny bit with Elma, where she's sitting in I think a coffee shop or a restaurant or something.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I blended into the background or into the human world, I guess.
I think I blended into the human world.
Yeah, and it's the background of this
Oh, well.
series. Come on, KyoAni.
Right.
I want more Elma, damn it.
I need more Elma. But yeah, then at the end of the episode, we get the setup for the last episode, which looks, I'm guessing it's Toru's father, because we actually have heard Toru's father's voice in the series, so I'd imagine that they're not just going to hire a voice actor just for that one part. That's what I imagine anyway.
Trying to bring her back to the other world.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, basically
It's
we
gotta be
we
the
get a
conflict.
nice little close up, but just
Well, technically, we get a close up of like, well, we see kind of a shadowy body of a dragon, which looked very similar to Toru, and then we get a close up of just the eye, which looks exactly like Toru's.
Yeah, except
That's
yeah,
why
it's a
it's-
Western style dragon, kind of like Toru, and he's red. So,
That's
Drake,
what-
what are you doing here?
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, it's Toru's father. Like that's not even a mystery to me.
West Dragon, Bounce Breaker. I mean,
But yeah, so next week we get that. If you watch our reactions to like say Gabriel Dropout or Demi-chan Wakatari Tai, those two series didn't really have that big conflict at the end.
yeah,
And I actually like that for a slice of life series. So I kind of have mixed feelings about this episode coming up.
with the big struggle coming right at the end.
Yeah.
well, this one is still one of those weird blends between fantasy and slice of life.
Well, between genres.
Yeah.
Well, he gets that a lot with most anime.
Like Demi-chan's fantasy and slice of life, but it does have like action elements to it.
They downplay it with a lot of realism.
Yeah.
Well, so like, I think I'd probably be satisfied with this as the ending for Kobayashi-san Shinome Dragon, if they kind of do what Gabriel Dropout did with theirs, and it is a conflict, but it ends up being resolved in the weirdest way.
In a funny way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind Kobayashi putting Papa Toru in his
Oh,
place.
that'd be funny. Like Kobayashi comes, she gets shit faced and just tells him off, and then invites him to the drink.
Drink some under the table.
Drinks him under the table.
Oh, man.
That would be funny.
But I'm looking forward to it because this is it's shows like this that like I can really get into because it scratches a whole bunch of itches for me. You know, fantasy, action, dragons. I love dragons. I don't get enough dragons. Just like I don't get enough wolves.
Anyway, so let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's gonna do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. As always, I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo. See you next time.
And go ahead and click my face to go to our most recent Otaku Saga Talks.
Click on my face to go to Otaku Saga Gaming, our gaming channel.
And click on the way to subscribe to Otaku Saga. And if you'd like to help support us, please go ahead and check out our Patreon page.